DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, hope you're all well. It's Sunday afternoon, and I have just finished a nap. Yeah, we went to church this morning, and once we got home, I cooked a few things and had a glass of wine. And after we sat down, and I fell asleep and just woke up not too long ago. What time is it? It is 4:30 in the afternoon. Oh, and I could have continued napping. Yeah. I think it's just like the after effects, not only of the wine, probably also, but it's the after effects of having been on a trip. Um, I don't know, just changing things around and everything that we've done in the last week. So, my last time that we chatted was it last Saturday? Could very well have been actually in Portugal, in Kenya, and it was a very, I was gonna say, a big week. I'll probably chat more about it as the time goes, but let's just say the last day that we were there, we were about an hour drive, approximately an hour drive away from Lisbon, from where we flew off. And I had mentioned the last time that we were with a company called EasyJet. I don't know if it was the last time or time before. But nevertheless, is that um, EasyJet is a company that is based in Manchester. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and the cars that we had, so that we had hired, um, were let me see. The ones that we had was Opel. We had the Opel Corsa, and for those who live in the UK, Opel is also called Vauxhall in the UK. At least it used to be. And it was actually really interesting. It was the first time that I had been in a car that used the what was called the Apple CarPlay, I think it's called. It's the same thing with Google anyway. So basically, you're on Bluetooth with your phone. I have that in our car, but we don't have it on a. It's on a touch screen. So basically, it's like I was almost going to say it's a screen, not a screen capture, but a sharing screen with your phone. That's all it is. But it's really really cool for if you're using Google Drive as far as the to as your GPS. So we did that. That went really well. Now, one of the problems, we didn't have it, but since we'd hired three different cars, four actually all in all, but the Opals, when you would, there was a command on the key or a set of buttons on the keys. Yeah, these cars still had keys, some don't anymore. Is that if you close the, okay, English versus American, if you close the boot, the trunk, um, with the key, the whole car locked or something like that. Now, this was actually quite important to remember, not for some people, I never do it, but some people put their keys, like, in the car or something. And one of the ladies that had hired the car put her keys in the boot. And anyway, when the boot was closed, everything locked up. So luckily, she had kept one of the doors was open, so we were able to crawl basically into the car and get her keys. Okay, she did that in this week. Well, the day we're leaving, all of us are ready to go, and she says, "I can't find my keys." And I thought, like, oh, this is the same lady, by the way. And I think, like, okay, you've done it once. What are you doing this time? Well, she did it again, but she couldn't find her keys, so she didn't know if she'd left her keys in the boot, in the trunk. And the car was all locked everywhere. We were getting, slowly we realized that some of us had to go. We called up the agency, and hopefully for them, we said, what, will everybody miss their flight? So that was it, basically. The agency, to make the story short, the agency did come with an extra key and opened it, and yes, the keys were in the car boot. So everything turned out well. But I thought, that is not a very safe situation, is it? Now, once in our life, a long time ago, oh goodness, this is probably 30 years ago, if not more, we had locked our car keys. Well, actually, I had left the Mrs. DC, it was a situation, I even vlogged about it once at a time. I had not closed I had kept my car keys. We had to get something quickly in the boot, and I had left the car keys in the ignition. Mrs. DC had her second set in her purse, and when she got out and closed the door, and we were with the family, with the I was with my wife's parents, and she went and closed the door of the car, locking everything in the car. When I tried, I'm not a very good criminal, I wasn't able to open the door, so we had it's called TCS here, but it's basically what are they called? Anyway, in different countries they're called different things, but the car is kind of like the American Automobile Association and so on, these type of things, came over and managed and opened our car, but they had busted the lock. Yeah, anyway, that was another story. Anyway, back to Portugal, actually. So in all our stories, one lady, I'm giving out things like not to do, basically. Now, one thing not to do with your car, and one lady who was not at all computer or cell phone versed, if I could be nice in that way, and didn't have a printer. I don't actually know how she flew over, but anyway, she had managed to get a ticket to fly over, and she had a ticket to fly back, but she didn't have any references with her of her flight. So her number, for the boarding card to go back. And so all she had was her passport. And so we had to find the EasyJet office over there, which, by the way, in Lisbon, if ever you're flying in Lisbon, it's quite a complicated thing. You ended up doing through the boarding desk. Anyway, using her passport and so on, they found her, I was going to say the equivalent of her boarding card, and gave it to her. So, I sometimes I wonder, it's amusing how people, I was almost going to say, how people like to be stressed out and things like that. I mean, everything worked out. And I personally was not actually stressed out for myself, but I was thinking geesh, these are so-called simple things that you can plan ahead of time, or you at least be careful, especially if you've done something once before. But anyway, everybody's different. Having said all that, the trip was fantastic. It really was. I'm bringing these because it's kind of amusing later in life to talk about these situations, and it kind of recalls me when you have tag questions. Sometimes they're talking about you have to live through something to make a memory or something like that, and that's what it is that there are certain things that will stay in your mind because you think how did that happen? Yeah, anyway, so that's it for the trip. And when we got back, oh my goodness, I'll have to make another vlog another time, not today, because I wanted to talk about what happened since when we arrived, when we came back. Because once we got back, we were late, and we came home, and when everything was done and ready to go to bed, it was 1 in the morning. So that was a long day. Yeah, it was a long day. And I haven't even had a chance to talk about the Saturday. It was a fantastic day with the family. That'll be another vlog. Okay. Okay, so that's it. That is all for today. But take home message. Fantastic trip. Fantastic people. It was a lovely trip. And God's hand was with us. Yeah, all through the trip. Yeah. That'll be it for today. I know. Cliffhanger. Maybe, maybe not. DC signing off. Take care, everybody, and have a good Sunday.